Hi guys, welcome back to Too Cool for Middle School. Today I'm going to do another tag video. This is the YouTube Confessions tag, and it includes a lot of questions that I get in DMs and on comments and stuff anyway, so I thought this would be useful for people to see. We are into week 2 of social distancing, and like now more than ever, I want to watch YouTube content, and I feel like it's kind of sparse right now. People are understandably stressed and overwhelmed, and it seems like a lot of the people that I normally watch are not putting up content like they normally do. So even though I would be more than happy to just lay on my couch all day and read and then watch a couple episodes of The Tiger King and then jump over to This Is Us to kind of make myself feel more normal and then eat some food. I mean, basically what I'm trying to say is I would be perfectly happy in my sweats on the couch all day, but it has been nice for me to make YouTube videos every couple of days because it gets me dressed. It gives me an objective for the day, and it's just been kind of helping to like keep me more positive. So if you also have a YouTube channel, I would suggest getting some videos in right now if you can, just for your own mental well-being, if nothing else. Okay, so let's look at the questions in this very old tag. I feel like this is not even a thing anymore to do tag videos, but this is the era of YouTube that I just really miss anyway, so bringing it back. So number 1, how many hours a week do you spend filming and editing? So normally, and right now is not normal, but before all of this stuff, my most typical like YouTube schedule would be to film a video like this on a Saturday. This part would maybe take like an hour or so, and then edit Saturday night. The editing and the exporting and the uploading and all that, probably between like 3 and 4 hours. And then I would publish on Sunday mornings. So that was kind of like a typical schedule for me. Sometimes I would do like a weekly vlog where I would get footage throughout the week. Sometimes I would film a video like in my classroom instead of here. Sometimes I have sponsored content to do that just ends up being a little bit more complicated because usually I like film those and then have to like send them to the brand, and then they give me notes, and sometimes they want me to change things. Actually, always they want me to change things. So you have to go back and forth a little bit with brands, but those are pretty few and far between. So yeah, typically it would just be like several hours on a Saturday and then upload on a Sunday. Question number 2, and I get this one a lot, what kind of camera do you use to film? So normally when I do sit down videos, I use this camera. This is a Canon Rebel T5i. It has the flip out screen, which is really nice. For my first couple of years of doing YouTube, I did not have this. This was like an investment purchase that I made a couple of years in, and this is really like one of the cheapest cameras you can get. This is like a pretty basic model, and actually the battery for that one was dead, so right now I'm using my vlogging camera, which I bought a couple of years after that, because when I bought this one I was thinking that like I would probably never really vlog and I would never really need to like take my camera around with me, because this one is not convenient for like throwing in your purse. But then I started to realize that I did like vlogging, so I bought this one, which is a Canon G7X, and basically like every single YouTuber has that camera. Oh, and before I bought this one, I had bought another little like really cute Canon, but it didn't have a flip out screen. Like one time I was watching one of Lily Pebble's vlogs, and she said that you don't necessarily need a flip out screen, but you absolutely do. I wish I had never seen that because I made a dumb purchase. Oh, it's right here. I have this little one. This is a Canon G9X, and it was cheaper than the G7X because it has a lot less features. It doesn't have the flip out screen, so if you're like trying to vlog like this, you have no idea if you're in frame or what. And then if you want to do a sit down video, you can't really tell what's going on, so it only has this very dirty screen back here. This one was cheaper though, and what I do with this one now is I just keep it in my classroom, so if there's anything that I want to take pictures of with a little bit better quality than my phone, I can use this. And then also when we do anything where I let like students film, like sometimes when we do mystery hangouts and stuff like that, this is the one that I'll let students use because it's a little harder to break and stuff. It's super compact and cute. Actually, I should use this to take some pictures more often. I don't think it asks what you use to edit. No, it doesn't, but a lot of people ask that, and this is kind of embarrassing, but I still edit on iMovie. I have a MacBook laptop and iMovie comes free, and if you ask like Anybody who does video editing, they'll say that iMovie is crap and you should definitely get something else. But I just feel like I never have time to learn anything new. Someday I'll upgrade to something else, but for now, I just don't really care. I just use what is free and easy, and I've never used online editing stuff, so I don't have any suggestions for that, unfortunately. Number 3 is, why do you vlog or make videos in general? I'm assuming it's asking. I started making videos like 7 years ago, maybe. I was a brand new teacher. I was starting like a little blog called Too Cool for Middle School. I had my Instagram account. I started this channel, and it was mostly because I watched a ton of YouTube. I really liked watching like beauty vloggers and just lifestyle vloggers in general, and most of them were like makeup artists or stay-at-home moms, and I really liked the content that they were putting out. I just wished that there was somebody doing that from a teacher's perspective. So like it was fun to watch like clothing hauls or makeup tutorials or whatever, but those things didn't like really apply to me because those were never like looks that I could actually wear to school or whatever. So I was like, I really like this content and I like this style of video. I just think it would be cool if it was coming from somebody who was a teacher. And then I was like, why don't I just do it then? At the time, there were not teachers on YouTube. That wasn't a thing. So I was really just following the model of like beauty vloggers or lifestyle vloggers. I did a lot of like favorites videos and makeup tutorials and stuff like that. And then every so often I would talk about teaching content, mostly like, you know, behind the scenes of like getting a master's or getting a teaching credential or getting a teaching job. Just the stuff that I actually knew at the time. I didn't feel like I had a ton of expertise in teaching, but I would talk about the things that I was passionate about in teaching and some of the units that I was teaching or whatever, and people started to like those videos, I think, more than like a Kohl's haul or a makeup tutorial or whatever. So I started kind of doing more of those type of videos, and I really enjoyed it. Oh, and I also really liked adapting like popular YouTube tags or whatever and making it like about teachers. So like 5 years ago, everybody was doing what's in my bag videos, and they would be like these super expensive luxury bags, and it was kind of just like a way to show off your bag and then talk about whatever was inside. So I started the what's in my teacher bag tags, and those were kind of fun to do. And then by then there were a few more people who had joined this like teacher YouTube-y space, and so then they would see those videos and make their own version, and then that's kind of how like a community started to form, because people would do these tag videos like this one. This is sort of like how you find other people who are doing something similar to you. So then it became a lot more fun when more people were putting up content and like putting their own spin on things. Some people were way more into like the vlogging side rather than the sit down video side, and it just started to become a little bit more of like a diverse place. And now it's like a thing. There's like teacher tubers. So it's pretty cool to like watch it from the beginning and see how it's grown. I wouldn't say that my content has really changed all that much. I pretty much do the same type of videos I've always done. I started doing more vlogging just to switch things up because people would ask for that a lot. And I do really enjoy the vlogging side. It's a lot harder. It takes a lot more time, but they're really fun. I think they're really fun to watch and really fun to make. Okay, I went off on a lot of tangents. Number 4, who are your favorite YouTubers? I'm like a very loyal YouTube subscriber. So the people that I started watching like 8 years ago are the same people I watch now. I watch the Anna edit. I've actually met her in person. I went to one of her book signings. Lily Pebbles, Samantha Maria, Estee Lalonde, Patricia Bright. They're all British YouTubers. Derek's always like, how come the only people that you watch have like British accents? And then as far as Americans, I really like Hey Claire, Whaley, Jen M. I also like watching booktubers, and then of course like Crash Course. I watch that all the time, but those are more like produced videos. I mean, the Vlog Brothers, of course, they're like the original vloggers, literally. I still watch them to this day. So it's been fun to watch the like beauty and lifestyle YouTubers that I started watching like so many years ago. It's been fun to kind of like grow up with them and like watch them get married around the same time I was getting married, and like have kids the same time I was having kids, and you know, like make changes in their careers and stuff like that. And now a lot of them are into like home organization and stuff, which is something I'm interested in now. So I feel like people get worried that as they get older, their content is not going to be appealing to teenagers, since teenagers are the main consumers of YouTube. But I think if you have like a strong fan base, like I'm a strong fan, I will continue to get older with you and follow your journey. So what was the question? Who are your favorite YouTubers? Yeah, them. Also, one of the first people I ever watched on YouTube was Jeannie from A Little About a Lot, because she was my friend in real life and she was doing this YouTube thing and I was really interested to see it. So she was definitely a big inspiration for me to start my channel. Number 5, do you monetize your videos? Funny story, I did not monetize them for years. For years and years and years, I was just making these videos for free. They didn't have ads on them. I didn't like know how to monetize them, I guess. I don't know. My friend Paige actually was the one who was like, how have you not monetized? All you do is whatever the process was. Like Google sends you this little form in the mail and you fill it out. So I finally started monetizing my videos. To be honest, you don't really make that much off of monetization, at least I do not. I don't have a very big channel, so I really don't make much money from monetization. It's like maybe $200 a month, so it's really nothing. So then if I have an opportunity to do sponsored content, that really helps to like defray some of the costs of the equipment and just the time and everything. So yeah, monetization is like not all that exciting. Number 6, what's one thing you're excited about in the upcoming year? Oh, I feel like this is such a hard question right now. I had so many things that I was excited about for this summer. Last weekend I was supposed to be at CUE, the Computer Using Educators Conference. I could have vlogged that. I'm supposed to go to the Teachers Pay Teachers Conference this year. I could have made content about that. I mean, my husband and I were gonna try to go to the Virgin Islands this summer for our 10-year anniversary. I definitely would have vlogged that. My conference, the Brave Teaching Conference, is supposed to happen. I just don't know. Everything is so up in the air. Right now it's really hard to look forward to anything because we just have no idea what's gonna be safe, what's gonna be wise, what's gonna happen, and what's gonna get canceled. So I'm gonna take a rain check on that question because I don't know anymore what I'm looking forward to. Number 7, what's your most awkward filming moment? I don't know, I have a lot of awkward filming moments. In the beginning, vlogging or like just making videos anywhere outside your house is really awkward. Now I just don't really care anymore. So I'll like vlog in my classroom, I'll make videos after school, I'll just like sit down and do a video, and inevitably every single time I do that, the custodian walks in and he's like, hello? And I'm just like, hi, how's it going? I left in some of the footage in one of my recent videos because it happens all the time. And now I'll literally just like walk down the street and vlog, and there are definitely people who are like, what is this chick doing? But very few. I mean, I feel like most people are just like, whatever. Or don't even notice. Like, I live in LA, so people are videotaping everything at all times pretty much. Number 8, what are your goals for your channel? This is probably bad to admit, but I've never had any goals for my channel. I've heard people say that they'll have a goal to like have a certain number of subscribers by a certain time, and I'm like, how is that a goal? Like, you're almost not involved in that goal. Like, your goal is dependent upon a bunch of other people and an algorithm that might hate you. I feel like the YouTube algorithm hates me. So I have never tracked my subscriber growth or anything like that. I don't think I've ever had a time when I like suddenly had a big spike in viewership. It's just been super slow and steady over the past 7 years. I've never done anything that got me a lot of subscribers at one time. I mean, sometimes my goals will just be like, upload a video every Sunday and be consistent with my uploads, or I'll just have a list of like certain videos that I want to film, like different topics that I want to get done or whatever. But those are the only goals I really have. I mean, this is probably why my channel is still not very big. But this is something that I do for fun, so I try not to put any pressure on myself to like make this a business or make a certain amount of money from it or have a certain level of success or whatever here, because then it makes it not fun. And I just want it to be fun for me, for you, for whoever watches. So maybe that's my goal, that it just stays fun. Number 9, what are your favorite types of videos to make? I really like sit down videos. I love like advice videos of any kind because I feel like I'm just like a non-stop advice dispenser. I love doing book review videos. I love doing like 5 tips for classroom management or technology in the classroom or whatever. So I love, yeah, like tips, lists, anything like that I really like doing. And even though vlogging is harder, I actually really love having those videos. I love to go back and watch those more than like a sit down video like this. So I don't know, there are kind of like pros and cons of any type of video, but I only do what I enjoy doing. If I don't like doing it, I won't do it. So all of the videos on my channel are ones that I enjoy doing. Number 10, what makes talking in front of the camera comfortable for you? I don't know. I mean, there's nobody here. No one is watching this happen. Like, I don't know what would be uncomfortable about it. I'm pretty comfortable talking in front of people in general, and then talking in front of pretend people, virtual people. So yeah, for me, I don't know, it's just not weird. Number 11, do you or will you allow your kids to be in your videos? I feel like I don't have a choice. Jensen climbs on my lap for like almost every single video, and I really love having him in my videos. So like I said about the vlogs, I love going back and watching old vlogs from when he was a little tiny baby and just seeing him play and seeing his cute little face. So I actually love having him in videos. And again, I don't have a huge channel, and I don't have like weirdos really watching my channel. It's just teachers for the most part. So it's fine with me for him to be in videos every so often. And for myself, I just love to look back and watch him grow up. So the answer is yes. And then I guess for like teachers, this could have another layer to it, because I do sometimes have my students on my channel as well. And in order to do that, I wrote up a whole like disclaimer letter explaining to parents like what my channel is, what I do with it, why I would want kids to even be on it. And it's just to celebrate them doing like really cool things. I mean, you can see my last teaching vlog where they're making like their cool little lotus flowers and stuff. Like, it's really fun to just be able to show kids doing cool things, like leading the whole Holy Festival assembly and dancing and stuff like that. I love recording them and letting them like be on my channel, and they love it too. If any kids do not want to be on camera, they are not. So anyway, with that disclaimer form, I sent it to my principal and vice principal, and they looked over it and they thought that was fine. Then they sent it to like the top admin at the district, and they looked over it and said that it was fine. So I sent that home to all of the parents. They signed it, and the students signed it as well, because like some parents might not really mind, but like the kid themselves just like might not want to be on camera. So I only do it if the kids and the parents are fine with it. Now I have videos of my current 8th graders from when they were 6th graders, and sometimes we'll like watch a little clip of it, and they just think it's so funny to see themselves as little 6th graders 2 years ago. So it's a really fun way to keep track of memories. I never show anything negative about them. It's only to celebrate them. So even if that means it's not like 100% real, like that you don't see, you know, 100% of my teaching experience, because I'm not sharing with you like the behavior problems or whatever in real time. Yeah, I'm never gonna do that. When it comes to kids, I'm only gonna show their successes, but I would share like my own struggles, my own challenges, but never like student challenges. Number 12, is your spouse supportive of your YouTube channel? He is supportive of my YouTube channel. He really is like always giving me ideas for like videos and different things to do with Too Cool for Middle School stuff. He just doesn't like to be on camera. I have asked him so many times to do like the husband tag with me, and he will not. I have to like beg him to be in pictures or like be on Instagram stories or whatever. He just likes being a behind the scenes person. He doesn't like being up in front, but he likes to help me out with all this kind of stuff. So he's very supportive of it. You just probably won't see him on here very often anyway. And the last question, number 13, is share one tip for someone just starting out on YouTube. I mean, it's very easy to get a YouTube channel started. I love that it's such an accessible platform, and that there are millions upon millions of people from all over the world that have YouTube channels. Like, it's crazy. I went to VidCon last year and just saw all of these different people with all of these different channels on topics that like you would never think of. So people have channels about everything. So whatever you're into, you can make a channel about it, and you will find people who want to watch that thing. And you don't even have to be very techie. Like, I'm not a particularly techie person, but YouTube is pretty easy. You just get some footage, maybe do a couple of edits, and you can just upload kind of whatever you want. I mean, there are people who have entire channels that are just gaming, or entire channels that are just like tech tutorials where you never see their face, you just see their computer screen. Those are very helpful to me. I watch those a lot. There are people that like to vlog. There are people that like to do tutorials for different things. People that talk about books, people that talk about animals, people that talk about other YouTubers. I mean, anything you want to do, you can do. And one really easy way to get started is just to do like tag videos. I know this is kind of like old school, but again, I love old school YouTube. I love the YouTube of like 5 or 6 years ago. I think all of us that were doing it back then kind of like miss that vibe. So anything we can do to bring it back. But yeah, I guess if I had to narrow it down, I would just say to like watch a lot of YouTube and then whatever you wish was there, fill that gap. You can create a channel that's kind of similar to other ones that you watch if you bring a fresh perspective to it. That's the cool thing about YouTube, is just we're all bringing our own voices and perspectives to this. We don't have like producers and directors and script writers or anything like that making decisions for us. It's just us talking in front of a camera. So I think that is especially cool. So yeah, well, if you have any other questions about YouTube or my YouTube journey in general, just leave them in the comments down below. And if you want to do this tag, I will leave the questions down below as well. And at the end of these, you're supposed to tag other people to do these tags. So I will tag Bridget from the Lettered Classroom. Since she was like my first YouTube friend, she was the only other person that I could find like doing teacher YouTube at the time, however many years ago. And I tag LaTanya from Smarty Style because she's like my official YouTube BFF. I don't think either of them have done this tag before, so I'll tag them now. And you know who else I've been missing videos from is Jazzy, is it the glam teacher? Now I just think of her as Jasmine. I think that's her channel name. And you know who else I want to see this from is Maylene from Mrs. Calls Campers. I just feel like binge watching like all of their videos right now. So yeah, I tagged them all and I tagged all of you, anyone who's watching this. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I gave you a little behind the scenes tea here, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye.